Sol has been terrorizing my Guilty Gear Strive. Everyone's been talking about how broken he is, creating content on his moveset and how to stop him, and people are now even talking about how to potentially ban him. But the thing that's really been getting it for me is the disrespect people have been putting on my man Chipp. People have been using my man Chipp as a training dummy with high risk and using touch of death combos, counter hit combos. So you know what? I'm tired of the disrespect. For the past few weeks, we've been trying to get the Chipp army right. By dropping one-on-one guides into quick tutorials to help everyone step the game up. Today is going to be a special video because today we're going to use everything that we learned to play the hero and turn the hunter into the hunted. This is a treat for all the people that have been keeping up with your boy and watching the content, as we see all the tutorials and one-on-one guides be used all in one match in real time. It's a great way to be able to use the applications of that stuff and see how it all plays out together. But more than anything, if you guys have been enjoying the content, I really appreciate it if you guys leave your boy a like and subscribe, man. It's really been helping me grow and letting me know that you guys enjoy the content, because I like pumping it out for you guys. But for now, man, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, everybody, let's get right into it. So first, I want to get into this round start. On the round start, I saw he jumped, so I jumped as well, but I saw he also jumped back. So what I did was I used my air dash to cover that distance as I normally would, but instead of pressing a button, I inputted air throw, because as in the air throw tutorial we now know we can do air throws during the air dash animation. So there, I was able to get a smooth air throw to go ahead and start our pressure. 2K. Note he's mashing to try to get me out of whatever I was going to do. So he was probably expecting an alpha blade or something. This guy knows what he's doing, how to get out of Chipp's pressure. So I'm using FD break as a way of trying to get in. So most people don't understand, but you know what Sol is trying to do is really impose his will with far slash and lock you down and overwhelm you. But because I'm playing Chipp, he knows he has to first catch me. What he doesn't realize, or he's not used to, is a Chipp that's going to run right at him and come straight for him. Even then, he has good reflexes and he's ready for it, but I'm going to continue to run him down and try to take space. I'm using FD break to safely run up to him and to take space. And what this is going to do is threaten him to make a mistake or to do an unsafe option. Like in this situation, he did bandit bringer because he thought I would run into it. So here I'm purposely like running in to take space until he make a mistake. The thing about the Chipp versus Sol matchup is that all the time that he's not in range of far slash is scary for him, because he's not a fast character. Most people don't see it that way because they haven't played him, so they don't know how he feels. But Sol isn't a fast character, while us on the other hand, as Chipp, we have the ability to close far gaps as soon as we smell blood in the water. So what we want to do is slowly close that space between us and keep getting closer and closer. And the moment he makes a mistake, we can collapse on him.
Stupid! I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Right there, he got me in that situation for far slash, well, close slash, far slash. I didn't want to deal with it, bursted immediately. I don't want him to get started. I saw he was coming in with the night ray vortex. I wasn't ready for it, so I used Roman cancel to stop my alpha blade so I can block it. Now punish him. He did something unsafe. Again, he's expecting me to just jump at him, so I'm using FD break to throw off his timing and then come in and get a punish. Anytime you land the two slash into two heavy slash in the corner, you can now back up with the back air dash and then use horizontal alpha blade to now go for mitts off of that if they're not ready for it. So the corner is Chipp's playground. As we can see, he's mashing out of all of my pressure right now. This doesn't mean that the pressure I'm doing isn't good. It just means I haven't conditioned him to stop mashing. So there being an answer to something doesn't mean you can't use it or it's useless. You just have to give them an incentive or a reason not to do the thing that beats it. So in this situation, this Sol is mashing out of a lot of my alpha blade setup and pressure. So what I need to do is now adapt my playstyle in a way to punish him for mashing in these situations. Once I'm able to do that, then that'll free me up to start using alpha blade and stuff again. Again, different round start. I went for the overhead. He's on it. I'm not using that too much longer. But one thing I want to point out before we get into it is that, man, you got to turn your Sharingan. you got to peep what your opponent is doing. I peep that this Sol is mashing out of my pressure, and now you got to have an answer for it. That is the real hard part of fighting games. People get so caught up in combos that they turn their Sharingan off. It's not that you need to combo harder, it's that you need to realize what they're doing to stop your stuff and then have an answer for that. Once you have an answer for it, then you can go back to using the thing that you wanted to use. So now I know that he's ready for the overhead. I can just do it. But I DP to end his pressure so I can get back into this neutral situation. So as you can see, I'm slowly backing him down. And though he thought he had an opportunity to run in, now he's getting punished for just running into my attack. Right there, I almost went into the overhead, but I know he's always going to block it. So I had to cancel it and then just do something else instead. Again, I'm running him down now. I wanted to cling on the wall right here so I could punish him for mashing. I was going to cling on the wall, let him mash, and then land on him with the move. But I messed up because I was too far away from the wall to get the clean, so he punched me out of it. He's bursting. We're back into the position I want to be in. He's gun flaming. Cool. Then he followed it up with there. I'm going to punish him. He blocked it. Again, he's still mashing me out of my offense, so good to know. Right here, because he's been mashing me out of my offense this entire time, this right here is a setup to punish him for mashing. So he died the Gamma Blade right there because he was mashing in a situation where he shouldn't have. So now that I got a piece of him and understanding how he plays and what he knows and what he doesn't, now I know where I need to start adapting my gameplay towards. So just because Chipp has good air mobility doesn't mean you should be constantly jumping around in the air. What's really important in Guilty Gear is really having that ground control, right? Chipp has really good grounded buttons. His far slash goes really far and his heavy slash goes really far, and his 6P has really good forward momentum going into people's attacks, right? And winning that out. So you need to use those tools to force and inch up and to fight for that space on the ground against your opponent, especially a Sol, because they won't be expecting it. They expect themselves to be able to run up and take all of that real estate and run up to you for free and just really pressure you. But if you put them on defense by just threatening them, you don't even have to necessarily commit to anything, but just running up FD break and then air dashing is enough to confuse him, because he did that sits or forward slash in an attempt to catch my run, but here I'm on him now it's my turn to run my mitts and to use the things that I talked about in that Gatling tutorial. So your goal overall with Chipp is to pressure people until they make a mistake by being safe with your neutral, but backing them into that corner if they keep, backing up. Once you get that first hit on them, it is now your turn to go ahead and confirm into one of your Gatlings, into either 6P, 6K, or 2K. Confirm that 5K or whatever you land that move with into something else, into some kind of mix. So now you can crank it up. So now I'm in there. I confirm it into Gamma Blade. Run up, 2K, 2D. We're in the corner now. It's party time. Cling into the wall. He jumps out of it. So I cleaned up on the wall to see what option he would do. If he jumps, I can air grab him. If he stayed on the ground and mash, I'm above him. He's going to mash and miss, and I land on him with the attack. I'm covering two options right now. When he jumps, I get the grab. This is something that I talked about in the wall running 101. And you see, after I got the grab, I got right back on the wall because I wanted to punish him for either mashing now or trying to jump again. So that's why I did it again. But the difference here is that if I were to go for a horizontal alpha blade, he would have easily just mashed me out of it. So first I'm making him scared of mashing and scared to jump. That's what I'm doing right now. Now I'm able to just run my pressure.
Get off of me!
And this is something I talked about in the Tension 101 video as well. So here we finished a wall break and I did not use my super. Yes, I didn't have an opportunity to use my super, but it wouldn't have been smart for me to use it anyways, because we're at the end of the game. I just need one hit into a combo to win the game, and that meter is what's allowing me to be able to save my mistakes or do anything I need to do. And there, I didn't immediately finish him. I waited after doing the Roman cancel to see if he'll burst, because he still has his burst. So because I was playing so well in neutral, I was able to get that perfect. Let's see what we do on round start this time. I back air dash again. I run up FD break. He's running at me. Didn't have an opportunity to punish, so I get out of there. Run up FD break. He's gun flaming it up. He gets a huge counter hit. He didn't have the combo, so I didn't have to burst. I was definitely about to burst. Don't want to deal with it. I bursted immediately. Use the DP to kill his momentum, because normally after someone hits you like that, with Sol, that's their opportunity to try to run their pressure, right? Because they're close to you. But I just DP to try to kill that momentum altogether. Then, boom. Go ahead and get the wall break. In this situation, I do realize in hindsight that I got the meter on that last hit, so I could have Roman canceled this and then finished him off, but it was such a split-second thing of me getting that meter at the last second that I just didn't have the opportunity to do it, but I still got the kill. All right, cool. So for these last few matches, I'm going to just let them play out for the most part, and just so you guys can really get a feel of the flow of Chipp, right? The best way I can give an analogy for this is to view Chipp as basically a treadmill, right? And you're trying to first get your opponent on the treadmill, but once you get them on the treadmill, you want to quickly crank up the speed as fast as you can to then just throw them off of the treadmill and they just get destroyed and bodied, snowball and die, right? The best way to think about this is while you're in neutral, you're keeping the treadmill to a very slow, jogging, almost walking pace, right? Just as a way of enticing and trying to get your opponent onto that treadmill, right? Once you confirm a hit and you get them to block something from you going at that slow rate, now it's time to immediately just crank it up, right? You crank it up by using your Gatlings to really make them block between left, right, high, low, and really using your Gatlings to make them guess without having a second to think, right? And yes, they can mash, but that's where your Sharingan comes in, because if you notice that your opponent is mashing while you're cranking it up, then you change your offense to punish them for that mashing. And the moment that they stop mashing, then you go back to just cranking it up while using mix-ups and alpha blades that they have to mash you on. So there you basically making them play rock, paper, scissors between mashing or not. If you don't punish your opponent for mashing, there's no reason for them not to do it. But if you made them eat a shit ton of damage because you caught them mashing, they're going to be scared as hell to do it. So let's take a look at it. I tried to get an air throw because I assumed he was going to jump on round start. I used 6P in that situation to get out of his far slash pressure. I waited to see if he will burst right there. He didn't. So now we get the wall break, resetting back to neutral. He jumped back, so he's back to jumping back. So right now he's mashing me out of my command grabs and everything. He's back in the mash mode, which is good for him. He's keeping the short-term memory. So right there, I did a air alpha blade. I did an air alpha blade as a means of covering two options. And this is something that I talked about in my air throw tutorial. I use air alpha blade as a main means of either A, getting around the screen, and B, if he jumps, I'm going to Roman cancel it and use it as an opportunity to air throw him. I saw him jump, so I Roman canceled it and air through him. That's something that we have in our air throw tutorial that you can also check out on the channel. So right there, he mashed me out of alpha blade, but I was able to get a hit on him and it worked out for me. I like the DP right there because Sol, it just stops Souls from just jumping on me on round start. I hate that. Jump over. I jump back to just fake him to see if he'll try to meet me in the air. Right there, I tried to cling on the wall and air throw his burst, but I missed it. Backdash, horizontal alpha blade, come back down. He happened to backdash, which was fire. That was a fire air dash. Then he poked me out, so that was fire on his end. I use horizontal alpha blade to get the corner control back. He keeps mashing, like I'm using really good Gatlings where I just did one slash and then I went into my command grab, but he's ready for it. He's smashing me out, so this guy's good. I just need to get out of that corner. I can't stay there against Sol. That Gamma Blade is punishing him for mashing. Neutral, I got caught. I was going too fast. So now I'm slowing the treadmill back down. I'm using my FD brakes, going slow, trying to bait him into doing something. He did that move. Got a punish. He wasn't ready for the overhead at the end. So a lot of people just make that mistake of, because Sol is hard to deal with and Sol does so much damage, people just give him that real estate for free and don't put pressure on him. because of the risk of getting hit. But it's like you have to be putting that pressure on him. You have to be taking that space. You have to be working them back into that corner until they feel like they have to do something to stop you. So here, instead of going for like an air dash or air grab, now I'm starting off with far slash, because this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the good stuff. Chipp has really far and good normals on the ground, so I'm gonna use it to take that space. He tried to punish me. I back dash. Treadmill is going slow. Air dash. And so I'm using FD break into air dash jump dust as a way of baiting gun flame, jumping over gun flame, air dashing above it, and then punishing him with a counter hit. That is one of the reasons why I'm tighten at that range. Bursting him off of me, I don't want to deal with that. He's not getting a chance to run his pressure. He tried to match me out of that last time. Won that corner control. I wanted to see if he was going to burst. I was waiting for it.
Stupid.
I let go at the last second because I didn't think he was going to burst. So it's bad on me. Whenever he's trying to use Night Ray Vortex, I'm having that DP ready for him to just dig him out of the ground, because I'm not letting him get started. Again, horizontal alpha blade. Instead of dropping down this time, I ran up the wall to bait him into leaving, and then air alpha blade. But he DP'd me out of it, which is really good on his part. I'm gonna come back to it though. You gotta keep that short-term memory. Right there, it doesn't, you're like, why is he getting hit by this? This is so basic. I'm delaying the first and second hit of that Rusho Rekka, right? And this is where I was saying you could punish someone for mashing by delaying when you do your next move. So instead of pressing slash, heavy slash, wait, heavy slash, that leaves a gap in between for your opponent to try to mash you like usual, to try to mash out an alpha blade if you did one. But instead of them hitting you, they're going to get a fat counter hit because you waited. So now we're doing corner shenanigans. This time, instead of clinging on the wall, I let it fly. And again, I said short-term memory. He's trying to run out the wall. I tried to catch him on my way back down. Started to run out the corner. And right here, what I'm doing right now is I Roman cancel, but I'm not Roman canceling for the sake of damage. I'm Roman canceling so I can end the combo in an advantageous position so I can continue to get more damage after. So what I do is air combo, alpha blade, now continue the combo. Now I'm getting more damage, and he's still in the corner. Again, I'm going up the wall and coming back down the wall to keep him in the corner just in case he ran out. DP to catch his jump. He's back in the corner. I put myself in the corner, terrible position to be in against this monster of a character. So I'm looking for a way out. He did an unsafe move, didn't Roman cancel it, so I punished him. One thing I want to say up front is that fighting Sol is not easy. As I said at the beginning of this video, I've have a series of tutorials and things that I figured out with Chipp and that I've been working on for a while. But all of the things when they come together, they give you a play style and skills and abilities that allow you to punish and pressure Sol. Right, and that's all that this video is for, is to show one play style, well, my play style and way of dealing with Sols, and little tips and things like that to help new players that are really struggling against this character, because my Chipp brethren, we got this. So let's go ahead, get into it.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you
back
get
to
the chance.
I tried to go for air alpha blade cling on the wall, but he punished me for it. I'm trying to get back that corner control, but my alpha blade landed short of it. I 6P'd out of his pressure. He's trying to anti-air me, so he's on me. Right there, I tried to do a forward drift RC to catch him in my bubble, because it would have slowed him down enough for me to get any punish I wanted. If he jumped, I could have got an air throw. If he didn't, I could have ran up to him and just got free pressure in one neutral for free. So it was worth going for. Yeah, my man is on it. That was a great Gatling for me. 5K, 2K. Got the burst. That's why you always wait after you Roman cancel, boys. Always wait after you Roman cancel. Wait just a little bit to see if they burst. If they don't, then go crazy. There's literally almost nothing to lose from waiting. You maybe you won't get your most optimal combo, but at least you'll be able to get something. And continue your pressure, which is the most important part. Look at those FD breaks. So I'm trying to run this man down. The hunter, Sol, is now becoming the hunted. We're running him down.
Do it again.
No, he got me that round. Well, overall, my man is feeling the heat. I ran up DP. I'm on my disrespect right now. Wall clean. I went for overhead anyways. You can cover your butt. You can cover yourself after getting your... Oh, that was good 6P. After getting your overhead block, ran up the wall with the mix up. Ah, he DP. You're nasty. And that's it. If you watch this video all the way through, go ahead and leave your man a like. I really appreciate it, and it'll really help us so much. But in the meantime, have a good one. Thanks for being here with me, and hopefully we can get some more good stuff out in the future.